Well, hi, everybody. Welcome back to the KaiNexus Continuous Improvement Podcast. I'm Mark Graban, and we're joined today by Linda Vicaro. She is one of our new KaiNexians, as we refer to people within the company. She is a lean process improvement specialist, and we're going to learn more about Linda today. So, Linda, thanks for being here. How are you today?
I'm pretty good. Thanks for having me.
Well, welcome aboard to the KaiNexus team. Many of us knew you before you joined, and I know that'll be part of the story that you tell here. So, maybe first off, if you could share with us, tell us about your role. What does it mean to be a lean process improvement specialist here?
Sure. So my official title is Senior Lean Strategist. And in that work, I am working a lot with customers. One of the things that we are doing right now are optimization reviews. And so I'm meeting with customers and their CSMs and looking at the way that they're utilizing their instance of KaiNexus, and also looking at that alongside their culture of continuous improvement. And so helping them to make sure that they're getting the most out of the system and that it's supporting the work that they're doing on the outside.
Yeah, so getting the most out of the system, that's kind of the summary of the optimization review in particular, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, another component of the work that I'm doing is supporting our team at KaiNexus. So if there's an opportunity for a customer who has some question about the work that they're doing in terms of continuous improvement, or whether they're doing things the right way, or whether there are better ways to do that work. My history is really as a continuous improvement specialist on the ground. So I can come in and talk with them and have a conversation, make some suggestions, and bring some outside technology world experience to the table.
Yeah. And you're doing work with Chris Burnham, who's been a guest on the podcast, talking about his role. All of us we should have the both of you do a podcast or a webinar at some point about the optimization review process and take a deeper dive into that.
Yeah, that would be great.
So again, something for our KaiNexus customers to take advantage of and work with Linda on. Maybe before we talk about why you joined KaiNexus, can you share a little bit more about your experience working in continuous improvement? Why is that so important to you?
Yeah, so I actually have been in the field of continuous improvement for about 16 years. I started working in healthcare through a nonprofit here in Pittsburgh, and spent my time there as sort of a consultant. We were doing training courses and doing a bit of travel and a lot of training locally. And from there, I moved to a hospital here in Pittsburgh. And I made that move in about 2012. After being there for about a year, I was part of a team of two there for about 2,500 employees. And after being there for about a year, we started looking at opportunities to integrate technology into the way that we did work. And that's when I came across KaiNexus. So I spent about 4 years, maybe 5 years there as a customer of KaiNexus, out of the 7 years that I was there. And basically, I was one of the KaiNexus champions. I was doing a lot of the hands-on work in the system, training other people to use the system, thinking about our strategies and how it was supporting our continuous improvement. So as a customer, I have a lot of experience with KaiNexus. And then in late 2019, I left the hospital and took a position actually in long-term care doing really similar work, and spent a couple years there before I came to KaiNexus.
Yeah. So I guess that leads us into the other question I was going to ask you. So then why did you join KaiNexus?
Yeah. So I have kind of been in love with KaiNexus since I first met the team and saw the product. It helped us so much in the hospital. It really gave us so much insight into the improvement work that was happening on the ground, insight that we couldn't get from Excel, which was the way that we were tracking improvement before KaiNexus.
Yeah.
And I fell even more in love with the company when I went to a user conference for the first time. because that's when it really became obvious to me that it was more than just a, technology platform, that this is a team of people who really live and breathe continuous improvement. They practice what they preach. They really believe that the work that they do is going to make the world a better place. I think it says that on the website in more than one location, and it's really clear to me that that's true. And so honestly, before I joined KaiNexus, I had an eye on the available job postings for quite a while, but there wasn't really anything that ever fit my expertise. Mm-hmm. So as lean strategy became a part of the work that's happening at KaiNexus, it was a really nice opportunity for me to use that experience as a customer and also my expertise in continuous improvement.
Yeah. Well, I know we were real excited when you joined us, and like you said, that fit is really clear, and your ability to relate with customers because you've been in their shoes, or you've what's the technology analogy? You've used the mouse and keyboard.
Sure,
you've walked in their mouse and keyboard anyway. But I think hopefully listeners know what you mean, that you can relate to them, what they're trying to do, and why to better help them.
Yeah, I think that it's we have such an incredible team at KaiNexus. Everyone is so skilled and so compassionate and understanding of the work that their customers are doing. But there's, just something different about having been a customer that gives me insight that, is hard for someone who hasn't been a customer to gain. And so I think that there are times where, that skill set it just kind of changes the game. And so I can come in and talk with people and have a better understanding of what it is that they're struggling with, what the barrier is that they're trying to overcome. And so I can help to move the work they're doing to the next stage.
Yeah. I like how you said that. And beyond skill set, there's that empathy of realizing that what our customers are working toward is important, but it's challenging and it's difficult. Creating a culture of continuous improvement isn't like snapping your fingers or flipping a light switch or turning on KaiNexus, but we appreciate what they're working toward, and it's great that we're able to help them, not just through technology, but by offering advice and help from people like you.
Yeah. I hope that's the difference that I bring to the table, and I definitely have. I feel very valued, and I also feel valuable. And so it always makes me happy when someone asks me to join a meeting and thinks that I have something that I'll be able to offer and that I can connect with customers. So it's a nice shift. I really appreciate the time that I get to spend with so many different people doing such different work. Mm-hmm. It's been really eye-opening to me, the different approaches that people have to this same basic improvement work.
So maybe one thing that's just touched on before we wrap up, you mentioned getting to work with so many different people, and you told us how your background is in healthcare. Now you get to work with people doing continuous improvement in many industries. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, I think that working with people in other industries is helping me to see the ways that the work is the same, and it really, I think, reinforces the fact that it doesn't matter what industry you're working in. Doing continuous improvement work, you're running into the same barriers and challenges. You're running into frontline users who don't have the same access, in our instance, the same access to technology that the managers and leaders do. And how do we overcome that and make sure that their voices are still heard and that they're still participating in improvement work, and that we're tapping into them as a source of expertise, right? That doesn't change, whether you're in a hospital or whether you're in a manufacturing facility. That's still the real challenge, right? How do we get all of those voices contributing in a positive way so that we can grow and become better?
That's very well said. So, Linda, maybe we'll end on that high note there. Appreciate everything you've shared and talked to us about today. So, to wrap up again, we've been joined by Linda Vicaro, senior lean strategist and a process improvement specialist with her background and experience in lean. Brings so much to us and to our customers. So if you want to learn more about Linda, you can find her bio on our website at KaiNexus.com. You can find her on LinkedIn. And if you're listening as a customer, I know she'll be able to help you. If you're a potential customer, you can look forward to working with Linda and the rest of the team. So Linda, thanks again for being here.
Thank you.